Hi guys, my name is Jojo. I'm a flight attendant at one of the major airlines in the United States. On this video, I am going to share with you what is a line holder and what is a reserve flight attendant. When do I become a line holder and when do I become a reserve flight attendant? And last but not the least, what are my options? Do I get an option to bid for a line holder for a specific month, or do I have an option to bid as a reserve for a specific month? Let's begin.
This is my work, my life, my book. This is my destiny. This is my destiny.
I made sure that I have my notes again because I tend to kind of go away from the topic when I'm like in front of the camera, because I just like keep going, chat, and I'm doing it again. So let's begin now. What is a line holder? A line holder, you are assigned trips for the entire month, and as a reserve, you work on an on-call basis. So now that we understand what's the difference of a line holder and a reserve, when do I get to hold a line and when am I a reserve flight attendant? In my company, for 1 year, you are a straight reserve. So I graduated on May 31st, 2019. And from that time, 12 months on, I am a reserve flight attendant. Usually as a reserve, we have a guaranteed 75 hours. And if we go over, we still get paid for it, of course. If we go under 75 hours, we still get paid 75 hours. And as a line holder, we do not have a guarantee, but we are given a minimum of 40 hours. But the average hours that we get as a line holder is from 70 hours to around 80 plus hours. And I think you can only get the 40 hours if you bid for it. And if you are super senior, you probably would get it if you don't want to work a lot of hours on a specific month. I've never done that because I really don't want to work 40 hours, first of all. I think 70 to 80 is a really good hours for me. When do I get to become a line holder and when do I get to become a reserve? Again, in my company, I am on reserve for an hour. That's an hour for a year. So again, you do not have a choice. You just go on reserve for 12 straight months. And then after 1 year, you get alternating reserve, line holder, reserve, line holder, reserve, line holder for 3 years. And then after that, you are going to be 1 on reserve and 3 off reserve. So that means first month's going to be reserve, the 3 consecutive months you'll be a line holder, and so forth. So that's at least how it goes in my company that I work at. What are our options? Do you have an option to bid for a line holder in a specific month if you want to be a line holder or a reserve? Yes, we do. But it depends also on how many people bid for that specific line holder or reserve position. So for example, I am supposed to be a reserve flight attendant for the month of May because this is going to be my first month working after getting furloughed. And I got awarded a line holder because I bid for a line holder when the bidding was open a month prior to May. So I was actually surprised that I got the line holder position. I think, in my theory, there's probably a lot of senior flight attendants that bid for reserve position, and some position opens up for line holder, and I snagged one of those spots. And as a matter of fact, I'm actually one of the 98%, I'm like the third to the last line holder. So it's not really like the best position as a line holder, but in my opinion, I still got a really great schedule. So I'm actually really enjoying it. It's good to have a fixed schedule and you know exactly what your days off and days that you're going to be working. So for this month of May, I actually was awarded as a line holder. I have 16 days off and 15 days on the calendar working as a line holder. Okay, and as a reserve, of course you can also bid for a reserve if you want to. I happened to bid for line holder because I was supposed to be reserve in May. So I'm so glad I got awarded by that. And if I want to bid again as a line holder, I can just take a chance and I may be able to get it if seniors wants to be a reserve flight attendant for a specific month. I think they probably bid for a reserve flight attendant on a not busy month, I would think, because if they're senior, they're going to be in the last, of the list. So they won't get called as much as the newbies like me. But anyways, those are options. And because I got awarded as a line holder for the month of May, that means my next month, which is going to be June, I'm going to be a reserve. So when the day that the biddings were open, I did not bid for a line holder because I really wanted to be reserved for June. So for July, I am automatically line holder because July is going to be super busy. I think it's busier than June. So I'd rather be a line holder in July and a reserve next month. So I know my schedule at least in July. Even if I'm working on the holidays, I don't mind as long as I know my schedule. And also I kind of strategize it that way because I know July is busy. So May, I'm a line holder, right? June, I'm going to be reserved. July, and I'm going to be line holder. August, I'm going to be reserved. September, I'm going to be line holder. October, I'm going to be reserved. November, I'm going to be line holder. And December, reserve. So I kind of strategize it that all my line holders are going to be on some sort of a busy month. For example, July, I'm going to be line holder, and November, I'm going to be line holder. Those 2 months, especially in November, oh my gosh, Thanksgiving, those are like the busiest probably traveled in the whole month, in the whole year. So I'm actually glad that I got awarded as a line holder in May. So it adjusted everything, because if I'm a reserve right now, all of those are going to be pretty much the opposite schedule as what I have now. So I'm actually glad that I bid for a line holder and got awarded for it for the month of May. All right, so now let's move on. Where am I now? So I told you what is a line holder and what is reserve. I told you when I become a line holder or a reserve. At least this is based on my experience and with my company that I worked at. So the last one is the options, which I already explained to you guys. Yes, we do have an option if you want to be a line holder or a reserve a specific month, but it's all about like how much, it's all about almost luck. So you can bid. If you get it, great. If you don't, then you don't. All right, so in conclusion, line holder, reserve, which is better? Really subjective. It depends. For the month, I mean, of course, I always want to be a line holder, but if you're a senior and if you have a lot of flight attendants in the base that you work at and you bid for a reserve, you're probably not going to get used. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a senior yet, so, but I think there's a pros and cons on both, and I do prefer to be a line holder because I like having, to know my schedule. But I totally understand too, why would you choose to become a reserve in a specific month if you're probably, again, a senior and do not want to work too much for that month, and top percentage of your base, and you probably won't be able to even work, and you get paid 75 hours as a reserve. So yeah. Anyways, you guys, that's it for today's video, and enjoy all the vlogs that I have been posting. I actually have a lot of vlogs coming up. I have been vlogging all my trips for the month of May, and I just missed one of my sequences because I got sick when I got my COVID shot, and I think that was on the 20th when I got the shot, so I didn't go to work for the 21st and 22nd. That was like the sequence that I missed. But aside from that, all of my trips I have been vlogging, so enjoy, and I hope that you keep supporting JojoTV. And if you want to see any videos on my channel, please leave a comment below, and I would love to hear all your suggestions on what you'd like to see here at JojoTV. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and remember to share this with someone you love. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, JojoTV. Thank you very much for your time. Maraming salamat po. Mwah!
You know that life's a magic circle, and it's my turn for a ride. I'm dusting out this bubble, and I'm flying on the tide. You can sit down with your trouble, but for me it's plain to see. This is my look, my life, my book. This is my destiny.